Hey guys, it's Saturday and this is my voice. I've been sick. Raina came for the weekend last weekend and her dad said she had allergies. She didn't have allergies. Sorry. She definitely didn't have allergies because you can't catch allergies. Anyway, this is the worst it's been, and it's just the cough and the voice. That's it. Thank you. Oh, it could be so much worse. Fever and aches and all of that. So far, none of that. I've had a very, very trying and busy week. I did just finish my envelopes for my employees. I like to write them a detailed message on how much I appreciate them. There's one more. This one's Savannah's. I'm waiting to write hers. I brought nail clippers home because I haven't been able to take my dogs, and Shiva was biting at her nails yesterday. However, I think I'm going to take them today. Here's our file so far for the insurance stuff, which has been very difficult. I mean, I think they've been good. We have Liberty Mutual. They've been good. Don't get me wrong. It's just a hassle. It's a hassle. And I'm going to take you on a little field trip in a minute and show you what the house looks like and what's going to happen. We did hire a flooring company, and they are coming on the 26th, the day after Christmas. And they're going to rip out all the tile and put down new flooring in 3 to 4 business days. So it is possible the floors will be done when I get home from my mother's. I'm leaving to go to Texas on the 24th. Tuesday the 24th, and I come home Sunday the 29th late. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get 6 days. All right. So I have to tell you guys, after I did my last batch of cards, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry if that's offensive to anyone. After I did my last batch of cards, I messaged my lady who buys all my cards because I was concerned that it was getting a little too close. And I said, do you want any more cards? Because if you don't, I'm not going to make any more. She messaged me back and said, make as many as you can. I'll buy them all. So I made 22 cards. And I think it took me 3 days. Mornings. I spent most of my time in the mornings and then a little bit in the evenings. But I have a lot of things to do here in the evenings lately. So I got them done. I listed them as just a lot of 22 cards for her. I think it was like $365. She bought them all, and then I was done. No more cards. And I was practically out of supplies. I went twice, once to Michael's and once to Hobby Lobby, to see if I could find anything, and I found a little bit of stuff, but very little. So it put me in a position that I really couldn't make more cards. I would have loved to have made her 50 of them, but she's an amazing gift. I mean, I don't know her. I've never spoken to her. I write her messages on her invoices, but this time I wrote her a card, and I told her what a wonderful person she is to give all those cards to children in the hospital. Yeah. And even though I don't know her and I've never met her, I know she's a very special lady. And I hold her in very high regard, not just because she spends a lot of money with me, but because I get to be a little part of her gift giving in a distant way. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So, I also want to tell you a little bit about these girls that work for me. And maybe you don't care, but I do. And that's why I want to tell you. Oh my gosh. So, last night, Brianna and I were there by ourselves. Brianna's my little receptionist. And we were watching Say Yes to the Dress Atlanta. And, well, we weren't watching it. It was on TV while we were doing our work. And she was telling me what kind of wedding dress that she would love someday. And I was telling her what kind of dress I had when I married Honey. And she mentioned something about a hat. And I was like, oh, I wore a hat the first time I got married. And I dug in my cabinet and I had a picture. I had an 8x10. Don't ask me why it was in my cabinet at work, but it was. So I showed it to her and it just mesmerized her. She couldn't believe how she's like, you look like a baby. I was like, well, I was 17. She's like, oh my gosh, but you look like you. You can tell that's you. I was like, well, it is me. I'll have to show you guys. If I can think about it, I will try to show you guys the picture. But anyway, one of the things I said in one of these cards is that I've been doing this almost 40 years. I'm 56. I've been doing this 39 years. And I've met a lot of people along the way who have worked for me. Many of them I wouldn't remember if I saw them. Many of them I would never want to see them again. And there are a few special ones that left a mark on my heart. And one of them is still working for me. And here she is. Brianna, my receptionist. When Bri worked for me before, she had come in to interview, and I did not love that she had tattoos all over her arms. But her bubbly personality just, there was a reason why I was able to overlook that, and I hired her. And thank God I was able to overlook that, because this young lady, despite the fact that she's not a Christian, she's not a believer, you guys probably know, I've mentioned it before, she's a stripper at night. This girl just brings me a lot of joy every time she comes to work. And I feel very motherly towards her. So anyway, Bri, very special. Now I'm going to tell you about Aubrey. I am so lucky. You know what? I didn't write Jackie's card yet. Okay, so back to Aubrey. Aubrey is a young girl. She's 15 years old. And Aubrey was helping one of the ladies that rent space for me. And I was like, she only helped her like on Saturdays or something. And I was like, hey, is there any way Aubrey might be willing to help us out a couple days a week, because Aubrey, although she's 15, she is homeschooled. And one day when her mom came to pick her up from working for the other lady, I went out and talked to her, and Shiva is crying. I'll be back. So I went out and talked to her mom. They took a day or two, and they called me back, and they said, okay, Aubrey can work Tuesdays and Thursdays. At the age of 15, I was concerned whether or not she would be a good employee. But let me tell you, this young lady has turned out to be a real gem. Super sweet, will do anything you ask her to do without an attitude. Just a genuine sweet girl. Today is Saturday, so she won't be there. I've never had her on any of my videos. She's a beautiful, pretty girl, and she reminds me a lot of me, because I started working really young, and I feel like I was a hard worker. Got my first car brand spanking new off the showroom floor when I was 16 years old, and not because my daddy bought it for me. He got me the loan, but I paid for it. And I still remember it was $117.85 a month for this brand spanking new car. And at the time, I was working for $3.85 an hour at Jack in the Box. And I also worked at a dress shop at the mall called Stewart's in the evening, and I went to school half a day and high school. So anyway, Aubrey reminds me a lot of me, and I didn't want to give her money because she told me that she saves all her money. So I got her a $50 gift card to Amazon, so she could buy something for herself. I forgot to tell you guys what I got Brianna. Brianna got a $100 gift card to Victoria's Secret, because that'll be a good card for her. I was going to get her from Ulta or something like that, but when I was at Walgreens picking out cards for staff members, I saw Victoria's Secret and thought that was very appropriate for her too. Okay, so that's Bree and Aubrey. Now we have Heather. Heather has only been working for about 5 or 6 weeks, maybe. Maybe not even that long. Maybe just a month. She's gotten 2 paychecks, so she's probably been working 5 weeks. Anyway, once again, I've hired lots of people over my 40 years. And this lady, she looks like she's maybe late 30s, early 40s. I'm not sure. I hope that doesn't insult her, but when you hire people right before the holidays, you just cross your fingers and pray that they're actually going to stay, and that they're actually going to do a decent, like a halfway decent job just to get you through the holiday. This lady has been an immeasurable help. Unbelievably awesome. Super good work. Takes her job very seriously. It's not just washing dogs. She understands the importance of doing a really good job. Again, one of those people who do whatever you ask. And I feel very blessed to have the team that I have this year. So that's Heather. This one's going to be for Jackie. I haven't written it yet. Let me show you what I got Savannah. Savannah is getting this. Ho, 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 Savannah. And I already gave Savannah part of her her Christmas gift from the shop. And I have a $10 Kohl's Cash I'm giving her too. But Yeah, I gave Savannah new pajamas. I gave her, I think, 3 pairs of new pajamas. And then I was going through stuff I was donating, and I came across these pajamas, which I bought. I do not like long sleeve shirt pajamas. So these are almost like brand new, and they were mine. So I am giving her these as well. Plus, I ordered Savannah because yesterday she was 30 minutes late to work, and I called her and said, "It's 9:30. Where are you?" She had slept through her alarm, which has happened before. So I ordered her one of those supersonic loud alarm clocks that actually has like this little thing that you could put in your pillow and it vibrates. Because I feel like at almost 30 years old, you should be able to wake up to go to work. If she's watching, I'm sorry, Savannah, but I think it's funny that that is part of your Christmas gift from the shop. So anyway, so she's getting coals. She got the pajamas, and the alarm clock. So I have to write her message, but I really want to ponder on that. Because as some of you who have been around a very long time may know, my relationship with Savannah changed about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And it's been a long, hard road to get to where we are today. So I really have to ponder on what to write to her. Because I never want to say anything that can be misconstrued or taken wrong. I have to be extra careful. Okay, Jackie. Let's talk about Jackie. Jackie has been with me for, oh my gosh, 2.5 years? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. I almost wish I could text her right now. She's really good about stuff like that. She would tell me exactly how long. But anyway, when Jackie started working for me, I'm sure it's been 2.5 years. I could tell right away. She had been working at her last job at the same place for 7 years. And I was just like, wow. I hired her on the spot. I asked her if she could start right that day, right then, and she did. And she has been an absolute gem. The most close to the most, well, I'd say she's pretty equal. Um, Amy did call in sick a couple times, but Amy had some medical issues that definitely warranted that. But Amy came to work sick a lot more than she called in sick. Anyway, I don't even know if Jackie's ever called in sick. I know she had to miss a couple days because of something that happened with her husband. But anyway, extremely loyal, so honest, kind of like a daughter. We joke with her. Jackie's kind of got a dingy nature to her, and she embraces it, and we laugh about it, and it's all good. Another one of those people who would do absolutely anything I asked her to do. And I don't get me wrong, I don't ask people to do things that are out of the ordinary. But I've had people that gave me an attitude. Sometimes my daughter gives me an attitude, and it's frustrating to me because it's hard because she's my daughter, and daughters give their mothers attitude. Well, let me take it back. I don't give my mother attitude, but I'm from a different generation. I would never give my mother attitude. Don't believe I ever have, and nor will I ever. Okay, so that's Jackie. Jackie, Amazing. Um, Let me tell you about my mom. So, you guys have seen my mom. And when I was at her house, I was like, I opened her microwave to put my tea in there or something. And I was like, oh, Mom, you need a new microwave. And she was like, okay, we'll go get me one while you're here. And then I was like, the next day or the day after, I was like, okay, come on, let's go get you a microwave. Oh, I don't feel like it. Let's just stay home. So we didn't go get a microwave. So it's hard to buy my mom a gift because if my mom wanted to, she could go pay cash for a Cadillac. So it's hard to buy for something who could buy themselves anything they wanted. So I know that a microwave is not something she would go buy for herself. She would just keep using this microwave that I think she's had since the dawn of microwaves. You open it up and you can see the little burn marks and things in it, and it works and it's clean inside. You can't clean burn marks. And I just want her to have a new microwave. So the other day I went on Amazon and I looked for the simplest one, but the nicest one I could find. I'm going to go make me a cup of this and I'll be back. I have my Theraflu right here. Let me take my first sip. Ooh, that's hot. So let me see if I can get through this now. So when you have someone that's super hard to buy for, you have to look. And fortunately, being there at Thanksgiving, I was able to find something practical that she wouldn't buy for herself that I could buy for her. Or I should say we could buy for her. So I ordered her a Toshiba microwave, and I will film it when I'm at her house. It's already arrived, and she didn't know what it was because I ordered her something one year, and it was in the box that it normally came in. And what was it? Oh, well, anyway, she was like, thank you for the blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, it was the coffee maker. Anyway, so she says, I can't lift it, so I'll have to wait till you get here. So she's like, it was awesome. So I also sent her this little bamboo tea box, and it has a plexiglass top, and it like opens up, but you could see in it what teas that you have. So I ordered her that, and I sent it there so it wouldn't take up room in my suitcase. And I'm taking her teas. She likes dark chocolate hot cocoa, so I ordered her Shiva. I ordered her dark chocolate hot cocoa. Some of you, hold on one second. Some of you, I don't know if you just saw that or not, but if you did, there was honey all over the side of my cup, and I had to get it off of there. What was I going to say? Shiva. I closed his door so he wouldn't hear me talking. And she was in his room, our room, and she wanted to come out. So I let her out. Now she's crying to go back in. She's a good girl. I'm so glad we got her. I couldn't stand her for about a year. And now I can't imagine our life without her. Love her to pieces. Anyway, totally forgot what I was talking about. But I better hush for now. I'm going to kind of show you the hustle and bustle at the shop. I'm going to really, really try. I have to stop at Chase Bank. What time is it? Oh, it's only 7:55. I have to be there at 9. They have to endorse one of the insurance checks so that I can deposit that. And then from here forward, any supplemental checks, like we had checks for our food because we haven't been able to really cook. So we've had supplemental checks. Now they'll just be direct deposit. So that will save me a lot of. I went to bed with wet hair, can you tell? That'll save me a lot of time and trouble because we've had 2 checks. I've had to go to Chase Bank and get them endorsed. That takes about 10 minutes. Then I have to drive to our bank and deposit it. So it's kind of a pain. I forgot to tell you, Jackie's getting cash. And the reason why Jackie's getting cash is she's going to Florida to visit her family for the holiday. So I'm going to give her cash to spend on her trip. And I'm going to get it out of my wallet right now. My customers are very, very generous with me at the holidays. Very generous. I had a customer this week. He brought 1 dog on Tuesday and 1 dog on Thursday, and he left me $100 each day. A lot of people, you know, $40 tips, $50 tips. Lots of people dropping off treats. It's like, oh, please, please, you got to know that everybody brings treats. Not that it's not a nice thing. It's just that we literally are so overloaded with treats, we're going to have to throw away a lot of them. Honey doesn't really like cookies or, you know, those kind of homemade treats. He likes candy, and we haven't gotten a lot of boxes of candy. We did get a lady who brought us peppermint bark, and sorry, that's one of the good treats we got, but Honey doesn't like peppermint bark. And we still have 3 days to go: Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So who knows what we're going to end up with. But anyway, I'm going to give, I don't have to give, I'm going to give Jackie cash. So that's Jackie's cash. And I still have a healthy stash of tip money over here. Maybe I should break it down and give her 50 since she's traveling. It'll probably be better. Or maybe even 20s. 20, 40, 60, 80. 120, 140. Okay. I'll give her all the smaller bills and I'll keep the bigger bills. So. And then a customer came the other day and gave us 4 Panera, $10 Panera gift cards. And a lot of times I re-gift this sort of thing. We don't eat at Panera. Somebody gave Honey an Olive Garden one. He did some work on our neighbor's car, and they gave him a $50 Olive Garden. Neither one of us like Olive Garden. I think olives are the most disgusting thing in the world. I like compare them like roaches. I just can't stand olives. So I don't want anything to do with the place called Olive anything. Except I grew up going to a church called Mount Olive Lutheran Church. I just realized that. Anyway, okay. I'm going to take you guys on a field trip and show you what the house looks like. It's scary, so get ready. In the craft room. I pretty much cleaned it up. I got most of my Christmas stuff put away. I still have the Santa in his sleigh. This is a pile of stuff going to Texas, and I still haven't unpacked this bag. I just kind of was taking stuff out as I needed it, and then I have to put those things away. So other than that, this room is good to go. All right. So when we decided to remodel our bedroom, this is where all the stuff went from our bedroom. So I haven't been able to put our bedroom back together because I've been so busy with all the other issues. Um, but this, I'm glad I noticed. This tote here is going to be good. Look at this, Walking Dead. Going to be good storage for Christmas stuff. I'm going to remember that's in here. This I'm just going to pull into the other room because all the tile, all of it is coming up. So the living room looks pretty nice. There's a dog toy right there. But the living room looks pretty nice. I suggested to Honey that we put all the Christmas stuff away because as much as they're going to try to contain the dust from the floor removal, I don't know how well that's going to happen. Here is my third pile of stuff I'm taking to Goodwill today. This bag and this stuff right here. I had somebody who was coming to buy our bedroom dresser, and I cleaned all the dresser out and made room in Honey's tall boy dresser to put some of my stuff. And then the guy messaged this morning and said he wasn't coming. Didn't bother to say I'm sorry. But anyway, so here is the kitchen. And I was having such issues with eating out every day, how fattening stuff is. I came home one day and he had brought the stove in and put this table up for me. So I'm doing a little bit of cooking for myself. I made some cauliflower one night, a turkey patty, a ground turkey patty, stuff like that. Really simple. And then I order out for him because there's just no way I could cook an entire meal with this little makeshift kitchen, which this all has to go away when they come to put the floors in the day after Christmas. Honey did some rewiring of under here. That over there is for the disposal to be plugged into. This one is for the dishwasher. And then that one, I don't know what he's doing there. But he did bring one up and up there because the top of that hutch that's going here is lighted. So it'll plug in up top. And we think that once it's all said and done, our kitchen will actually come out to here. I took down the whole coffee bar, moved the fireplace. Here's all the Christmas stuff that was on it. And this will go tonight into a tote. And then we just have to move the table. Oh, I got to take that apart too. I'm going to take the stuff off the walls because the guy said with all the, the hammering and stuff might fall off the walls. We don't want anybody to get hurt. And then really only other than that is this stuff, which will get put in a tote. And then this, this will go probably down in the living room. And this. Oh, and that. Which I was hoping that if our dresser went bye-bye, that would go in our bedroom and we could still have the microwave and coffee pot, everything in there. But now I got to rethink it a little bit. But yeah. And stuff we've already packed up has come in here. And I will tell you, the only nice thing about it is we had a company come and give us an estimate on what they would charge to pack everything up and then come back and unpack everything. And although it's just a kitchen and a dining room and then, this area and that little area down there, their bid was $2,900. So what happens is if we do it ourselves, we get to keep a portion of that money, which is really nice because that'll help go towards maybe, even if we get half of that amount, it'll pay for a new stove and a new Shiva and a new dishwasher. And the fact that we are coming in with, because tile is very expensive to put in because you have to have there's a subfloor and then they put another wood and then they have the mortar bed, and then they have the tile. So it's more expensive. And so we're coming back with a laminate, and so it's going to be less expensive. So we were able to get the whole laundry room, that bathroom, and the pantry back there will all be floored in the same flooring. Hallelujah. So that's really, really good. So anyway, this is what our life has amounted to in the past week, and why I haven't had much time to vlog or anything like that. But dogs are probably wondering why they live in such a skanky house now. But they're going to be happy with the palace when it's done. All right, guys. See you later. Bye. Dang, I forgot to show you our dishwashing accommodations. So this is where my knees go. And there are the dishes. These are clean. These are dirty. Yep. That's our life right now. Okay, that's my life right now. Not his. He don't do it. He's doing lots of other stuff. You can see your nails. They're two different colors. Holy guacamole. Where's thumbs? Oh my God. Look at that crazy woman. Let's see all of them. Thumbs and all. Holy moly. Ah! Say hi, Jackie. Look at Jackie's hair, everybody. Turn around, Jackie. Oh my God, look at that mane. And what colors are in that?
Red violet with a violet high color overlay.
Turn around now, Jackie.
And then this is all magenta from argan oil.
Argan oil?
It's the hair color brand. One and only argan oil.
Oh. There's Heather in there. Heather. We only have 19 today, but most of them are all haircuts. Tomorrow we have like 23. And Monday we have about 23. And who's this? Tilly. Say hi, Tilly. You're famous. You're YouTube famous now. Here it is. That's the top. That's the bottom. And it is freaky diggy freezing out here. But I'm super excited. I'm going to ask the cabinet company if they can cut that off. Bring the bottom up. But then they'd have to cut the glass. So I'm not sure if they can, but we're going to see. And then they're going to have to build that so that somehow it's flush. And then voila, kitchen cabinets. All right, I'm too cold. I'm getting in the truck.